everyone, my name's Kate Kalthoff and welcome to a Stamping to Share video. It's such an exciting day at Stampin' Up! Because our Thoughtful Branches bundle debuts. It's August 2nd of 2016 and this is a limited edition bundle. So once supplies are gone, it's gone. So it's offered through August of 2016 and this is the stamp set. It's called the Thoughtful Branches stamp set and it has 23 stamp pieces in it. And then it also can be bundled with the Thoughtful Branches Thinlet dies. Now one of the dies is missing, the canopy for the tree, because we're going to make that on our card today. So this is the card that we're going to make, and it's just like that wonderful summer card that you just want to send to a friend. And it says on the top, I hope you feel appreciated because you are. So we're going to create this, but I also wanted to take the time to show you just how versatile this bundle is. This is the card that I debuted 2 weeks ago, and it's a thank you card, and it features mostly the Thinlet die. So you can see that you can create this gorgeous hydrangea card with this bundle. And then also, this is without the thinlets. You can just use the stamp set and create gorgeous fall cards. This is a tamarack tree. You see these in northern Minnesota and northern Wisconsin. It sort of looks like a pine tree until fall, and then it turns into this blaze of crushed curry. And the needles actually fall off and then come back in the spring. So actually, I wanted to share with you too, any of my customers who purchased the Thoughtful Branches bundle from me during this limited time edition will receive this card from me in the mail. This is a card that I just love to make because it reminds me of our cabin up north in the fall. So you will get this as your gift when you purchase the Thoughtful Branches bundle from me, and you'll also get a Happy Stamper token. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'll teach you how to make that beautiful summer card. So let's look at the card again. So we're going to start out with a piece of soft suede paper. This is cut at 5.5 by 8.5, and I've scored it at 4 1/4. And we're just going to fold that along the score line. We're going to take our bone folder, and we're just going to press that flat. Then the next thing that we're going to need is a piece of our in-color envelope paper. This is our 2015 through 17 in-color envelope paper, and I'm using the green that has the little dots, and it is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And this is what I'm going to run through the Big Shot machine. So let me go ahead and show you how that looks. Here is my magnetic plate. I have that on the bottom, and then I put my precision plate over the top. Then I ran it through the Big Shot machine, and of course I have my very warped cut plate. That's what happens when you have the precision plate, because it cuts very well, but there's no give on it because it is metal. And so then the give ends up being in the plate. So let's go ahead and see how this cut. Here is, you know what we should do? We should use our die brush. I forgot to do that. So let me pull that out of the drawer. So we're going to just put this here. I'm going to put it upside down since I've already released it from the die. Normally I would keep the die on it. I'm just going to run this little die brush gently through the back, and we'll be able to get all those little excess pieces out. And it looks like they all came out very well, except for that one. Let's push him out there. He's out too. All right, so we are ready to go ahead and start working on stamping on this card. So let me set this aside. And we're going to go ahead and do our stamping on a stamp mat. So let's do the inside panel first, because that's just so easy. So this is 4 by 5 1/4, and this is on Whisper White paper. So I'm just going to ink up the inside sentiment with some soft suede ink, and it just says, because you are. And then we're going to take that little tiny twig, the little branches, and we're going to ink that up in Cucumber Crush. And we're just going to stamp that twice. And we have our inside panel done. So let's go ahead and put that in our card. We'll just center that in so that all 4 borders are nice and even. All right, so then let's go ahead and we are going to do some more stamping. This is the white panel that goes on the outside of the card. So let me bring the panel in, the card in, so it looks like this. And this is 3.5 by 3 3/4. So the first thing that I like to stamp on this is I like to stamp my grass and I like to stamp my sentiment. So we're going to get the grass, and I'm inking that up with our Cucumber Crush. And I'm going to stamp this pretty close to the bottom down here. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to stamp that sentiment up at the top. And again, I'm inking that up with our soft suede ink. And we're going to put this pretty high up here because we want this to stay out of the tree canopy. So there we go. So I hope you feel appreciated. Now I think I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to stamp the trunk of the tree. We're going to set this right here in the grass. And you can see how nicely everything stamps when you're using a stamp mat. I just love that. It makes a big difference with photopolymer stamps. And then we've got a little birdie down here. So we're going to ink the bird up with Pacific Point. And he's just looking for some worms. Of course, you know what? I don't think bluebirds look for worms. Maybe he's just looking for some seeds. There we go. So we have our bluebird, we have our grass, we've got our tree trunk and our sentiment. Let's see. All we need to do now is put the canopy on. So to do that, I'm just going to take some multi-purpose liquid glue and I'm just going to dot some glue in these leaves. All right, and then we just flip that over and we're going to set this right over the top of our tree, making sure that our leaves connect in with the branches. And we also want to try to center it so that it's centered in this panel. So we'll press that down and it looks perfect. So now we'll go ahead and we'll put this white panel here with all of our imagery on it onto this soft suede panel. This is 3 by 5/8 by 4 7/8. And so I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to add some snail to the back of this white panel. And then we can set this onto our soft suede panel. And this gives us a 1/8 inch border. That's kind of the look going for, something really nice and skinny. And then we'll go ahead and we'll put the rest of our card together. So let me do that. We are going to take that panel where we cut the tree from and we're going to put this on the front of our card. So I think I'll do that with a little bit of snail so that I can wiggle it into place. And we'll flip that over and we'll just center that into our front panel. And again, this leaves about a 1/8 inch border all the way around. And then we'll go ahead and we'll take our image panel and we're going to put that on with dimensionals. As you can see, I've added 5 dimensionals to our panel. So we're going to flip this over. We're going to set this right over the top, center that in, and our card is complete. We have a really pretty summer card to send on to a friend. This is the card I just did. This is the card I did in advance. And this is a card you'll receive from me when you purchase the Thoughtful Branches bundle from me. Thank you so much for stopping by Stampin' to Share. I truly appreciate you. If you need a demonstrator or you'd like to place that order, please visit my blog at www.stampingtoshare.com. Have a great day. Bye-bye.